Hello, Oakstead. This video is going to show you how to migrate your email from Apple Mail to Microsoft Outlook. There have been some issues with Apple Mail since we've switched over to our new email platform. Um, Inboxes have been acting kind of funky, and I haven't seen that behavior in Microsoft Outlook. So if you're having those issues, this might be the move for you. Um, in my opinion, Outlook is a far superior product. It's got different features in it that Apple Mail doesn't. Um, so I would just go ahead and take the plunge. But if you're having those problems, this is what you got to do. All right, first we're going to go ahead and open up Outlook. To get to Outlook, you're going to open up your Finder, go into Applications, and then go into your Microsoft Office 2011 folder. And then in here you're going to see, your Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and then there's Outlook. I've already put them on my dock down here, and you can simply do that just by dragging them from the folder here and bring it down to your dock if you want to do that. All right, so let's open up Outlook. And it's going to ask you if you want it for access to your contacts. We're going to say OK. And here you can go ahead and put your first and last name. It's just going to personalize it. If you don't see this, that's okay. Typically, the first time you open up any kind of Microsoft product, whether it be Office or Excel, it probably asks you to do this. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit continue. And then here, if you don't get this, don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. But if you do, I'm just saying no to both. All right. Now here, it is asking you if you want to make Outlook your default application for email. If you're doing this, you do want to make it your default. Basically, what that'll do is if you click on any link, it'll open up Outlook instead of Apple Mail to send out an email. So we'll go ahead and check that off. And then we're going to click Add Account. We are not going to use the import feature. I found that there's been issues with that. So let's just add your account. And then you get to this window. Now you have two options. You can add an Exchange account or you can add an email account. We're going to add an Exchange account. That's just the way our emails are set up. However, if you wanted to set up your personal email on your laptop as well, you could do that. Most likely that's going to be the email account option. But for work email, for Pasco County Schools email, we're going to choose Exchange account. And then you're going to put in your email address. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this and I'm going to go to Edit and I'm going to copy it. Because down here where it says username, my username is my email address. So I'm going to go ahead and paste it in there. Just a little time-saving feature there for you. You don't have to do that, but you can if you want. Whatever strikes your fancy. Okay, and your password again, your district provided password. And then we're going to click Add Account. Oh, and one thing down here, or back here, I went ahead and kept this checked off where it says Configure Automatically. I forgot to go over that. And then let's say Allow, and we can check off where it says Always use my response for this server. So we'll say Allow. And what it's doing now is it's looking to the district server to pull all the settings. And there you have it. We're here where it says account description. You can change that to whatever you want. It picks up K-12. Not sure how, but it does. If you want to change that to work, if you want to change that to Oakstead, it doesn't matter. It's not going to affect anything. Personal information, we're going to keep that the same. We're not going to mess with this at all. And then we're going to go ahead and close this window. And there is your email right there. Pretty slick. It looks a little different. I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bigger so I can see everything. But It does have some features in it. I'm not going to go over all the features, but one thing I can say is I have never had the problem of emails disappearing or my inbox disappearing. I've had several people have issues. There's a nice new sound. Um, but again, this is Outlook. Um, there are videos out there on YouTube. You can Google ways to customize it. I'm not going to go over that, but you can make it look kind of like Apple Mail, so it's less of a stressful transition for you. You know what? Let's go over a couple really quick. We're going to go to the View menu and our reading pane. Right now, our reading pane is over on the right. With Apple Mail, by default, it used to be below. With the newer version, it went to the right, but we can go ahead and check off below, and now everything's there. So if I go ahead and choose that email, there's the text right there, or the body of the email. If I want to create a new email, I'm going to click the email button, and again, it looks a lot like Apple Mail. It is connected to the district directory server, so it's going to pull all the email addresses of district employees. Also, mailing lists. So if I just start typing in OES, there's all of our lists. Same thing with employees. You attach the same. Let's go ahead and close this. We're going to discard those changes. If you wanted to add a signature, we'll go to Outlook and Preferences. You can add signatures. These are all the different things you can do with email. Here's all of your personal settings. You can change your sounds. You can change fonts. You can do all sorts of things. Again, I'm not going to go over that, but the major message I wanted to relay with this podcast was how to move from Apple Mail to Outlook. Now, there is one caveat to this. Let me go ahead and close that. If for some reason this didn't work for you, when we set it up and it asked for some server settings, then most likely on your computer you don't have the latest update from Microsoft. So what you're going to have to do is go to the Help menu and then click Check for Updates. And most likely your computer is set to manual. It could be set to automatically. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to go ahead and click Check for Updates. And it's going to go ahead and look for updates from Microsoft. Now, there are no updates available right now for me because I went ahead and did that. But if this process doesn't work, don't freak out. Go ahead, try to make the updates. Install all the updates that come from Microsoft. And then go ahead and start this process over again, and then it will work. I'm going to close that. We'll close that. And basically that's it. The look and feel of it's a little bit different. It takes a little getting used to, but I think once you get past that initial period of uncertainty and you figure out how to do things, then you should be good to go. Over here, you'll notice any folders that you had in Apple Mail are now there too. So great product, easy. Again, this podcast probably took more time than it will take you to switch over to Microsoft Outlook. So try it and good luck.